Good morning. In this video, we'll continue with the second chapter, The Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. So today we'll do page number 23 of your English literature reader, Beehive. So let's start. The young boy took to music early in life. At the age of 3, when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Benares, now Varanasi, Bismillah was fascinated watching his uncles practice the Shehnai. So now in this, what is given here is that when he was a young boy, so that was the time when he started practicing a lot of music. And when he recalls that when he was just 3 years old, so that was the time when the mother took Bismillah Khan to his maternal uncle's house that was in Benares. And now Benares is called as Varanasi. So that was the time when he used to see his maternal uncles practicing. He was quite attracted by this, and he did like them performing and practicing the Shehnai. Soon Bismillah started accompanying his uncle Ali Bakhsh to the Vishnu temple of Benares, where Ali Bakhsh was employed to play the Shehnai. Ali Bakhsh would play the Shehnai and Bismillah would sit captivated for hours on end. On end means continuously. So now in this, what is given here is, in this it is given that Bismillah Khan, he did like the music that was played by his uncle. So now what he did was, like when he was there in Benares along with his mother, and that was the time he was staying with his uncles. So Bismillah, what he did was, he started going along with his uncle Ali Bakhsh, and Ali Bakhsh was employed to play Shehnai at the Vishnu temple of Benares. So Ali Bakhsh, what he would do is, he would play the Shehnai, and Bismillah, he would listen to the Shehnai that was played by him, and he was captivated by it, and he used to sit for hours and hours continuously. So being a small child, he was so much captivated by the music that was played on the Shehnai that he used to sit and watch his maternal uncle play the Shehnai. Slowly, he started getting lessons in playing the instrument and would sit practicing throughout the day. For years to come, the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maya on the banks of the Ganga became the young apprentice favorite haunts. So apprentice, what does this word mean? So this means trainees. Haunts means places that you like to visit, where you visit many times a day. So favorite haunts where he would practice in solitude. Solitude is all alone. So now in this, what is given here is, like, he used to, being a small child, he never used to get fed up, but he used to sit continuously for hours, and he used to see his maternal uncle play the Shehnai. So later on, what he did was, he started practicing, he started getting lessons in playing this instrument, and what he would do is, he would sit the whole day and he used to practice the Shehnai. And for years, this person, the Bismillah Khan, he used to go to the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maya, and that was on the bank of river Ganga. So what he used to do is, he used to sit there, he used to practice, and that was one of his favorite place where he would practice every day. And there it was complete silence, and he used to sit there for hours and practice the Shehnai. The flowing water of the Ganga inspired him to improvise and invent ragas that were earlier considered to be beyond the range of the Shehnai. So now in this, what is given here is, it is like they are talking about the talent of Ustad Bismillah Khan. So when he used to sit there at the bank of river Ganga, so the water that flows in the river Ganga, So he was so much inspired and motivated by Ganga, by the water that flowed in River Ganga, that he invented rags that were earlier considered to be impossible, and they were considered to not to be. I mean, the rags could not be produced by a Shehnai. At the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference. At the end of his recital, Ustad Fayaz Khan patted the young boy's back and said, "Work hard and you shall make it." With the opening of the All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 came Bismillah's big break. He soon became an often heard Shehnai player on radio. So now in this, what is given here is that when Bismillah Khan, he was 14 years old. So that was the time he accompanied his uncle and he went along with him to the Allahabad Music Conference. So when he went there, so he did play there, he did play Shehnai there, and Ustad Fayaz Khan, who is a renowned classical vocalist. So Fayaz Khan, he's a classical vocalist, renowned vocalist. So when Bismillah Khan finished, so that was the time Fayaz Khan, he patted him and he just told him that he would make a name in the field of music. So he was so much impressed by him and he just told him that one day he would also make a name in music. And then after that, when All India Radio, it started in Lucknow in 1938. So that was the time when Bismillah Khan, he was given a chance to play the Shehnai. So he was one of the most frequent heard Shehnai player, and whenever he used to play, it was being aired on the All India Radio. When India gained independence on 15 August 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai. He poured his heart out into Rag Kafi from the Red Fort to an audience which included Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Tirist with Destiny speech. So now in this, what is given here is that when India became independent, so that was the time Bismillah Khan, he played a Shehnai from the Red Fort on the memorable day of 15 August 1947. So he greeted the people from the Red Fort by playing his Shehnai, and that was the time he played Rag Kafi, and everyone, after listening to the Shehnai that was played by Bismillah Khan, were very much impressed by him. And even the first Prime Minister of the country, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, he also was so much impressed by him, and he later gave his famous speech. Tryst with Destiny was the speech delivered by Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of independent India, to the Indian Constituent Assembly in the Parliament on the eve of Independence Day. So this speech is one of the known speech, and it spoke on the aspects that transcends Indian history.